Hey YouTubers, this is Jacques, and today I'm going to talk to you about 5 mirrorless cameras that I think are the best for people who want to start photography as a hobby. Stay tuned. So today I'm going to talk to you about 5 cameras that I think that are really exciting and I think are really good if you want to begin photography, you want to start photography off. Now before I get into why you should buy these cameras, I thought I'd get into the criteria of why I chose the cameras I chose. And really quickly, let's go through them. 1, excitement. I think it's really important to have a camera that when you take a picture, when you pull those JPEGs out of that camera right off the bat, when you pull it out of the box, you start seeing photos that really freak you out and get you excited. Number 2, cost. Because you're about to invest money into something, it's not a good idea to go out and spend a lot of money because there is a possibility that you just might not like photography and might want to move on. Number 3, can it beat your phone? This thing right here can take some pretty darn good photos. To what extent can this camera actually outperform the phone and outperform the phone to a point where it's actually substantially better, where you go, wow. Another point I thought was important to mention is lens availability and upgradability. In the event that you really love what you're doing and you love photography and you get really excited, it's always beneficial if you can start looking to other options to learn even more, get better lenses. I don't like to call it future-proof because I think that term just friggin' sucks. The last factor, which is how cool is your camera? That's it. Cameras can just feel cool, and just that new camera smell or a new car smell or whatever that is a lot of fun. Some people will like a certain camera just because they feel it feels cool, and we cannot ignore that fact. To start off, the Nikon Z50 is a bit of an unfair camera to be putting in this list, as it really competes with the more intermediate level cameras like the Canon M6 Mark II and others. But I had to put it in this list because I believe it really kicks ass for those who need that excitement factor to get into a hobby. This camera really checks every box in terms of image quality, feel in the hand, and just plain loveliness. With Nikon having so many years of knowing how photographers think when they shoot, they have not spared any of this knowledge in the Z50. It really puts photographic funness in your hand and makes every outing enjoyable. Upgradability is not that great because there are not a lot of native lens options. Although this camera can use an adapter and use legacy lenses from Nikon, which is a beautiful thing, it would be nice if the camera did have a couple of better options when it comes to native lenses. It is one of the most expensive cameras in my list, and that's why it's down at the bottom. But for just plain camera fun, it is cool. What is very nice about the Canon M50 is that it is lightweight, has a photography form factor, and offers a great deal of easy. However, to be quite honest with you, this Canon mirrorless camera barely made it on the list because of its failing in the lens availability portion of my criteria. Although I love Canon glass and I even think the lenses available for this camera are excellent for the price, there is just not a ton of lens options for the M series of cameras in general. Where Canon wins out is on its fantastic usability and touchscreen integration for all those who are admittedly tech heads and do not really care to learn the old ways of photography via dials. This camera is a great model to hop into photography and feel at home. Canon also includes a great flippy screen option for those who might want to also blog and vlog with their photographic exploits. Now remember, with both the M50 and the Z50, via adapters, you can go get other lenses. So I don't want you to feel that there are no lenses for these two cameras. There are quite a bit of lenses because you can put an adapter on each and go get old style lenses for your camera. I think that the best deals out there for those who not only want to shoot photos but also want to shoot excellent video is the Panasonic DMC-G7 camera. The G7 is an older generation camera that is part of a pretty amazing photographic ecosystem. Although the construction is a tad plasticky, the innards of the camera deliver fantastic photographic and video quality. The dial placement and general photo ergonomics of the Panasonic G7 are pretty good. So if video is a shared priority with stills performance, look no further, the G7 has you covered. Another thing that's really great about Panasonic is that their cameras are feature rich. There's a lot of different features and options, and they're well integrated as well. Therefore, Panasonic were the first to have affordable post focus, affordable 4K burst photo. So there's a lot of features on the G7 that are a lot of fun. That coupled with its amazing video make it just a great choice. There is only one weak point into buying into the G7. It is part of a system called the 4/3 system. I truly think that in the next 5 to 10 years, we will see less and less of this system in general. Therefore, we might see less of the 4/3 lenses and accessory options for this camera. It's still a great deal. Price is absolutely rock bottom for what you get. However, it's something to consider. Although the Sony A6000 is the oldest camera in the lot with a release date of February 12th, 2014, it still remains a great camera for its ability to deliver great still photos. It holds a second place because of its amazing price for what you get. Price to performance ratio, even in 2020, is unprecedented. Through the years, the Sony ILCE A6000 has even gone down in price and still remains available new. I have even seen some of these on Facebook Marketplace and eBay for under $300 used. Its mount system, the Sony E-mount, is very adaptable to either great native Sony glass or vintage lenses via an adapter. To me, the only small problem with native Sony lens options is that to get lenses that are great means shelling out a lot of money. So it kind of loses out on the upgradability aspect. It still remains a fact that if you are on a really tight budget, this little beast will deliver for a rock bottom price. Now, going back to my criteria, everything I said. So my criteria was excitement. The camera has to be cool. It has to be upgradable. It has to have a lot of great lens usability. They were all factors that went into my choice of a camera for a beginner. And the winner goes to the Fujifilm X-T20. Although the Fujifilm X-T20 is not the latest iteration of the Fujifilm camera line, it goes without saying that to me, the Fujifilm X line of cameras are absolutely amazing for the price asked. With its dial-based interface reminiscent of old cameras, it allows one to really get a feel for the photographic experience. You learn about the basic photographic concepts of ISO, shutter speed, and aperture opening because each setting has its own specific dial. The Fujifilm X-T20 has a whole bunch of these fantastic features, and because it sits just under the latest model, the X-T30, it has a beautiful price to boot. Fujifilm takes a novel approach to integrating the digital camera with the analog feel. What puts the Fujifilm X-T20 at the top of the list is its great stills image quality via the sensor and processor technology. However, what stands out about the X-T20 is that the 18-55 with its optical image stabilization and optics is absolutely spectacular. At under $1,000 for the body and lens, you are getting a camera that takes perfect pictures right out of the box. Within the Fujifilm ecosystem is probably some of the best in-camera film simulations that exist. So if you are a beginner and most likely to initially shoot JPEG, instant gratification comes quicker. One will be able to see the fruits of their labor right on the preview screen and later in post. Now, any system that offers great affordable glass is going to rub me the right way. Fuji, along with Canon, is no exception. Although across the board, Fuji lenses are steeply priced, their lens quality for what you finally decide to shell out is nothing less than mind-blowing. If you need a camera that's cool, you need a camera that's going to deliver out of camera photos that are way better than using just your phone. If you have upgradability, lens availability that's really nice and exciting, and great accessories, and you want to keep your costs down and you want to be excited about going shooting every day, I highly recommend the X-T20 over any of the other cameras, even though those other cameras are great. You guys, thank you very much for watching. This has been a pleasure being with you today. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any comments, any questions about some of my choices, please leave your comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget, everybody, keep on making something from nothing.